How are your guys feeling after a couple days of rest?
Feeling great, man. The energy has been great. We put in the game plan yesterday. Just had a really good long film session. Got on the court, walked through some stuff, but that was about it. And then today, coming out, getting active, moving around a little bit, getting a sweat, again, covering some of the things through breakdowns and whatnot. And we feel good. We'll get back on the floor tomorrow and just get ready to go tee it up on Sunday.
Did you guys have everybody available today? Or did
Yes.
Hold on.
Except for Dennis. So we held Dennis out.
With the foot, with the ankle?
Just, precautionary, just to give him, a chance to get it treated and not get any extra pounding.
Why did you guys decide to leave today?
Just to get there early, man. It's an early game Sunday, 2 o'clock, which is noon our time here, West Coast, and with the time difference, just trying to get in there while it's still daylight. And, everybody, we didn't have all these specialists when I played, so nutrition, sleep habits, all of that goes into your performance now. So
you guys would have landed, at like 6 p.m. Saturday night your time?
No, we probably would have landed at 10 o'clock in the morning on game day.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the craziness of this new playoff format?
I think it's great for the fans, and it's, it puts a lot of pressure on you to come out and perform. And as you saw, our game was hotly contested. You look at Chicago, Toronto, a lot of the games, Oklahoma City, New Orleans, it's awesome for the fans. But you just got to go out and take care of your business. I'm happy, being a fan first, all the way back to 79, 80. I think it's something new, obviously, but it brings a little bit of an NCAA tournament feel. And, some teams are in that position where you got to win or go home, and it makes for an exciting ball game. So I think overall, if it's good for the fans, it's good for the league, obviously.
If you could Memphis is 22nd in half-court scoring and third in transition scoring. How important is your transition defense going to be?
It's huge, man, because it's Ja gets a lot of that attention, but it's all of them. They got multiple guys that can start the break with a couple, 3 dribbles, and some of the guys can take it all away. But transition defense is going to be a huge key, defensively, in us trying to, get past this team.
You're the game in Memphis shortly after LeBron hurt his foot, where I think Ja had 27 points in the third quarter.
Yeah.
How much can you glean from that in your film study? And what's the biggest messages that you're trying to be able to compete with them?
Man, just to, just make Ja see bodies, without giving up too much. Just try to, that's any NBA game for that matter. And now with the stakes being even higher, and what he likes to do is live in the paint, attacking downhill repeatedly, constantly with force. We're going to have our hands full. Our job has to be to not let them get inside of our defense, continuously. So that's a huge part of it. Transition D, and then again, being great on the ball and having guys shifted behind the individual defender that's guarding the ball.
You guys do
It'll be a lot of people.
You guys have had a lot of success being in the line. I'm sure that's been a big part of what you guys do. I would suspect in the playoffs you'd expect the physicality to go up. You've been through that as a player. Have you talked to your team about that at all, and how are you guys going to mitigate?
I've talked to
maybe getting 3 or 4 fewer points per game.
It's we used to have this saying in Milwaukee, don't ask, don't beg, don't expect anything from officiating. And they have a job to do, and we have to do our jobs in spite of what we may disagree with, whether a whistle is blown or not blown. We have a job to do, so that's been my message to my team the entire season. And also on the flip side of that, the message has also been to not settle, to try to win the free throw line. So I think the duality in those messages, they fit hand in hand, because now it's like the onus is on us to go make the play. And if we're soft or we're trying to get a bailout or whatever, then that in turn affects our defense, because we're complaining instead of sprinting and participating on the other end. So the referees, we get emotional. It's an emotional game. We're passionate about, what's happening out there. But at the end of the day, you just got to go play basketball. You got to play with force. And usually the team that's playing the hardest usually gets a favorable whistle.
Have you added any little wrinkles to what you guys are doing because of the playoffs now? Or are you guys pretty much staying?
Yeah, We added a couple things, BT,
Such as?
such as things that I'm not going to tell you.
And how did they receive those new things?
It's great. It's great, man. We have full participation, full compliance. It's beautiful. Our captains are very vocal, helping the young guys out. Everybody is just, if it's something that's not right, we're not just glossing over it. We're stopping the action like we did today in practice, stopping the film, make sure we all understand what we're trying to do and what being on the same page is, and trying to achieve that. So it's been great, man. The dialogue, player to player, coach to coach, coach to player, player to coach. It's been unbelievable, as it should be for this time of the year.
Darvin, I know the postseason isn't the first rodeo for you.
Right.
Obviously, you've been there as a player and as an assistant, but now in that head chair, has anything changed for you? Do you reach out to anyone?
Not really, man. I was with one of the best, side by side, one of the best, and Mike Budenholzer, and watching him, seeing how he handled a lot of things was firsthand lesson for me. And I think the biggest thing is, my demeanor, my body language. It's not going to change. It's going to be what it's been all year. I don't get too high, I don't get too low. Just coaching my team as passionately as possible, and going out there, make sure we compete and we're together and live with the results. And so, I don't see much changing for me.
How much have you talked to these guys about taking care of the ball, especially on the road against this team? Because if you turn it over, they're going.
That's a big part of it. I mean, we turned the ball over in the regular season against this team. I can't remember exactly which game it was, but we didn't do ourselves any favors. So in order for us to defend like we need to do at the level we need to be at, the ball security is definitely right in the mix to be able to do that at the top of the list, actually. Those live ball turnovers, they kill you. And to get them running, they crowd, get into it, they dunking and making open threes all over the place. And on the flip side, we're not able to get anything good out of our offense. So our ball security definitely has been talked about.
You and Taylor have both spoken so highly about one another throughout the year. How does your relationship shift with the playoff series on the line?
Obviously he has a job to do, I have a job to do, but it's so beautiful. He texted me right after we won, and texting back just like, wow, man, it's amazing how far we've come. I go back with Taylor to the D-League days, even before the G, and Quinn, Taylor, Bud, myself, Kenny up in Golden State, all of us starting out in Atlanta in 2013-14, and those coaches meetings together, and to all be here in the mix in this postseason is just beautiful. God is great, and that's my brother for life, and we built a great, great relationship over the years. And our wives, they communicate, speak, hang out, same with us, and his beautiful family that I'm familiar with, he's familiar with mine, and it's been great. It's going to be fun, man. It sucks that somebody's going to have to lose in this matchup, but it won't affect our relationship. I love that kid.
How much does that familiarity change the chess match, where you guys kind of know each other's tendencies?
I don't want to speak for Taylor, but I'm pretty positive that we both know that you got to come with an organized plan and have some adjustments in tow, but also the players got to go out and play. And that's the way we coached when we were together. That's the way the guy we worked for, Coach Bud, so guys got to do it. Either they will or they won't. And so we just got to make sure we're organized and we're alert and we're actively, trying to fix things as they appear and as we confront different issues, if there are any, and they're going to be some, whether it's matchups, rotations, coverages, offensive looks, and where you trying to get your scoring output from. All of that is going to be in place. So you just got to navigate it. That's why you have a coaching staff, and, along with yourself, and try to navigate it as best you can.
Rui has been in closing lineups last few games.
Yep.
What did he show you, and what did you learn about him, especially the last couple of weeks?
Rui is a hell of a talent, man. I thought he got us off on the right foot in that overtime against Minnesota, knocking down that three. Just his physicality, his ability to guard multiple positions, to get big, strong rebounds, physical rebounds, attacks at the rim. He has a good mid-range game, capable three-point shooter, and athletic. And just his energy and the force in which he's played with here lately, it's been beautiful, a beautiful thing, big asset for our ball club.
Did anything change after he about DNP 2 weeks ago?
Nah. I just told him, man, we just got to keep working through it, and that one was on me. But as you can see, he's been in the thick of the mix with us ever